In this video, we are going to create two EC2 instances. So one is in public subnet, the other one is in private subnet. So let's start from public one. Before we create EC2 instance, we should set the name of the EC2 instance. If you have a nice name format of the host name, it looks actually professional. For example, in my case, I would say, so this is the host name of the first EC2 instance machine. So the first bit is the environment. So it would be the dev, UAT, and production, so prod. But in my case, it's a dev. And then the middle part is a functionality of EC2 instance. In this case, a management. And the last bit is additional attributes. If there's not specifically any reason of it, I would say a language name and also sequence number. So as a result, the name is a dev mgren001. This is the name format of the host name. In the same way, in this machine, I would say, right? So this one is a web application server. So in this case, the same as a dev, functionality is a dev, and then sequence number. Something like this. If you have a nice format name, you can organize well. Anyway, so let's create the first EC2 instance. Okay, so to create the EC2 instance, we need to go to the EC2 pages. Right, so, and then click the instance link. Right, and then going to click the launch instance. Then we are going to create the EC2 instance. First question is the host name, which already we decided. Host name is a dev mgren001. And then OS is a Windows. And then using the latest version of the Windows Server, which is 2022 base. Instance type, we keep using the default one, which is T2 micro. 1 GB memory and 1 CPU and a free tier eligible. Right, that's good. And key pair, which we created in the previous video, so you can see the carrot. So you can see your key pair. So select this. And then network setting. So click edit button and you can select the VPC first. We actually created our VPC. So select the one you created. My case is Beji VPC. And then this time, subnet would be public. So which is public here. There's a database, private. So public is the one we are going to select. And then auto assign public IP address. This case, we need IP address, public IP address to remote access to this machine. So let's enable it. And the security group, which one we also created in the previous video. Let's select the second option, select the existing security group. And then we can actually select from this drop-down list. When you click here, you can see the two security group we created. So we are going to select the external one. So this one is the size of the storage. Just keep it as a default. That's okay. And the advanced option. At this moment, we don't change anything here. So simply click launch instance. That's it. All we need to do is waiting for about 3-4 minutes. So when you click this button, you can see the status of EC2. This moment, this one is we created dev management EN001. Status is pending. Okay, so status is running at this moment. Now we should be able to remote login. To do this, select this EC2 instance and click connect button. And then we are going to use RDP client. First thing, we need to get the password of administrator. To do this, click this get a password button. Next step is we need to paste the private key contents here. This one is we downloaded in the previous video. So in my case, I saved the private key under my user folder. So let's open the private key file. My private key file is a carrot. And then this is a content of private key. So let's make sure we copy from this hyphen to hyphen just before the percentage key. And then copy and then paste here. Now we should be able to get the administrator password by clicking this button. Here you go. This is the password. And then click this button and then copy this password. Then click this download remote desktop button. Now the application is open up. We are going to paste the password, which is this password here, and then click continue button. It takes a little bit time, but we should be able to log in to this machine. Okay, so click continue. Okay, so now we are in the machine. So let's create another machine.